Oh, hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Here we have a Ten of Wands. I feel like you've been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing against something. You've been trying and trying and trying to have that breakthrough, to get to a certain point, to maybe to get that break that you need. You know, I feel like you've been carrying a heavy burden for a long time, and I feel like you're exhausted. Yeah, you're somebody who I think is. You're kind of the silent sufferer, right? You're able to carry a lot of weight. People think they can just kind of give you more to do, more and more and more. You'll accept the burden. You won't complain. You don't bitch about stuff. But it affects you. Okay? Nobody seems to really be noticing that, or maybe you feel as if nobody sees like how much weight you're carrying. Maybe this is a family thing, a work thing. Maybe this is some, whatever it is. You're carrying all this weight. People don't realize, or if they do, they're not saying anything. But it feels like they don't realize how much of a burden you're carrying, and how much it really is sort of weighing on you, and how much it's kind of it's taxing you. I feel like you're really exhausted from all of this weight. And it could be a lot of stress at work, at home, at school, all these things, right? People don't know how much of a burden you're really carrying right now. Let's put some of this energy into context, all right? We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. We've got a Queen of Swords here. Got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, nine of Pentacles. How much are you willing to suffer to sort of to achieve things here, right? You're seeing a lot of progress here. Things are working. Things are going great. I think that there's this almost a failure to really notice that you're the one suffering to make this happen. That you're putting in all of this effort, and it's I don't know if it's benefiting somebody else. I don't know. Let's keep going. We got a Six of Swords, a Four of Wands. I feel like this at least is the break that you need. Okay. I feel like this is finally kind of like something being wrapped up. It's kind of like this card almost feels like you're kind of getting the day off, I feel like you need more than a day off, The Six of Swords up here really could be the recognition of how much weight you're carrying, and sort of the formulation of a different plan where other people help to share the burden. Yeah. Let's see what else we've got here. Four of Cups. 10 of Swords. 10 of Cups. And the Sun. Oh, that sunlight feels good. That really does feel good. I feel like you're really like at the edge of something. Like you've been pushing very, very hard, and maybe the nine of Pentacles isn't enough. Maybe we're looking for that full 10. It's like that last little step. You've just been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and fighting to get that last little bit. I feel like we finally get it over here. Okay, so I feel like all your effort now is finally paying off here, and we're getting that success, that sunlight, that beauty, that glory, that majesty, that freedom. It's kind of like You did it. You did it. You know. I feel like what's needed is a little bit of this cooperation. I feel like it's sort of the absence of the cooperation that is kind of preventing things from working out here. This is that Ten of Swords in the position of the environment. All right. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor, infinite and unknown, and we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Jimbo, the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard, right there on top of that card. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us our confirmation. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's exercise our intuition. All right. Let's take a look around the room here now. We've got some major arcana. We've got that one, and that, I think, is the crowning glory, right? That is that breakthrough success. That is your fortune and fame. This is you. You're the star now, right? This is all, it's all sort of paying off. All of the burden, all of the hard work, all of the suffering, right? It's going to work. But I kind of feel like Spirit's telling you, you got to have a different plan here, because just breaking your back like you do with this Ten of Wands isn't going to do it. Something else needs to change. We need to get a higher perspective. We need to alter the plan and then implement that change. That's how we're going to get here. On the road that you're on now, it's not going to work. So we've got our one major arcana. That's the crux of it all. Of course, we have extreme fire, extreme water, extreme air, right? And pretty much extreme earth. We've got a lot of very like high numbered cards, right? Which are kind of extreme versions of the energy. A lot of 9s and 10s. We've got a 6 up here. The 6 leads us to the 4, and the 4, a little bit of stability, a little bit of ease. And I think that with the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Cups, it's sort of getting things running like that well-oiled machine that we always like, you know, where things feel very smooth and there doesn't seem to be as much extreme exertion here. That 10 of Wands is, I mean, you probably physically feel exhausted from what you've been working on, but you're not giving up. You're not someone who quits. But what you do need is a higher perspective. You need to look up above the whole situation. You need to get this bird's eye view to kind of see what you've been doing to yourself. I feel like it's really been punishing to you. You need to look up here, because from this perspective, you'll see that 9 of Swords underneath it all here. You'll see how much this is really kind of hurting you in a way, right? And I think a big part of it is because you're kind of doing it on your own. I think that this is also the necessity for you to realize those people that are around you. And see, we don't see any other court cards here. This is the only one, right? There's nothing else, no other court cards here. So you have to realize who is around you that shouldn't be, okay? I think there are people in your life that are taking you for granted. Yeah. I feel that there are people there that could help, that could be assisting you to get where you are trying to go. And maybe this is a collective effort too. Maybe this is, you know, the business, it's a family thing, it's friends, everyone's in it together kind of thing. There are people that are letting you carry the weight just so that they don't have to. Okay? And there are also people around you that you can ask for help, that are there, that will assist you and will take some of the burden off of you to help you get to this sort of this breakthrough that we're looking for, this goal that we're after. But you have to be willing to ask for the help. Okay? And again, I don't feel like you're someone that does. I feel like you just say, okay, yeah, I can handle it. Or inside, we're suffering already inside from this. It's already too much, but you're not going to really you're not going to show that on your face, you know. You're going to kind of, you're going to be a little bit more stoic and say, yeah, I got this. But then, of course, you know, the Nine of Swords is, can't keep continuing on like this because eventually something's going to snap. These two cards are very intimately connected on the Dove and Serpent spread. This is a 9 to a 10. If things keep going the way they're going, your whole plan is going to be just gone. Everything's going to be ruined. Okay? And it's not to say that you're not capable of accomplishing your goals on your own. You're not capable of accomplishing everybody else's goals too, right? The Nine of Pentacles in the background position, I feel like people know that you're a winner, you know? People know that, hey, that's a horse that can win a race. So it's almost like people are hitching their wagon to you. Does it feel like that? Because that's going to slow you down, right? I feel like people can see how good you are at what you do, how capable, how strong, whatever it is. And they're kind of saying, I want Scorpio to do some of my stuff too, you know? Whatever it is, if it's work stuff, if it's just kind of like a family thing. People are relying on you to get everything done because they can, because they know that you're reliable and they know that you can get it done. So it's not a matter of you being like incapable. It's quite the opposite, actually. Okay. The Six of Swords at the top here is you being able to formulate a new plan. You get that higher perspective. You can see that the Nine of Swords is leading to disaster. So we've got to do something else. We need more cooperation. There needs to be more harmony. Everybody's going to have to do something here, right? We need to have a strategy meeting. We need to reformulate the flow chart in the department or something, right? All these other people that are around, you either step up and start doing your job or you got to get out of here or you're fired, you know? I don't know. It feels like it's mainly a work thing more than anything else, but it could be any sort of, it should just be life in general, you know? But this is us having a little bit more of a reasonable plan for that life. Having a bit more of a bit more harmony, a bit more cooperation. Yeah. Everybody sort of contributing the best that they can. This is a new plan. Spirit's saying it's time for you to formulate a new plan. It's almost like even kind of stop what you're doing. Like literally, like I know that we're talking about like finally getting this break that you need, right? I think it's literally like a break as in take a day off, but also the break as in, hey, this is your big break. All the effort's going to pay off and you're going to kind of explode into this, you know, success. And I mean it to be both ways, right? With the Four of Wands, this is the implementation of the plan we see with the Six. It's you taking this plan and like putting it into action, making it work. It's a new system. It's, you know, it's a new way of doing things here. This is also the card of the temporary resting place. To me, this is the card of the traveler who stops at the hotel or motel for the night. You take the day off. It's temporary. It's a temporary reprieve, but it's necessary. And maybe this is kind of in order to understand the plan and to understand how it's going to move forward and how things are going to progress. You need to recuperate. You need to recover some of your vital energy. I feel literally that you're physically exhausted. My throat's even getting dry doing the reading. I mean, that's from doing hours of readings every day, but I feel as if you are in need of refreshment. And of course, we see that on the path of the serpent. So let's go over here. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, really helps out the channel, and for whatever reason, us YouTube tarot readers are not being as favored by YouTube as we used to be. So if you value your favorite readers, not just me, I know I'm your #1 favorite, but everybody else that you value too, be sure to subscribe to their channels. Be sure to like the videos. Be sure to leave a comment and say hi. Again, not just to this channel, but to all of your favorite tarot readers, okay? Things are bad all over, okay? So we've got to kind of band together as in the YouTube kind of community here in the tarot realm and support each other, all right? And we all appreciate you very much. General energy now, we've got the 4 of Cups, okay? This is barely hanging on to me. This is like the very bare minimum of, this is like, you know, you work for 23 hours a day, you get 1 hour off, you know? This is the absolute baseline of your sort of needs being met. This is trying to reach a stable place. Trying to feel like, okay, now I'm sort of okay. I don't feel like I'm drowning anymore. You know, and that's kind of the 10 of Wands. I know it's a fiery energy, but to me it feels as if kind of drowning. And of course we've got that 10 of Cups up there. There's this feeling of being overwhelmed by the energy, by the fire and the water, you know. It's too much. This is at least you found the life raft. So it's okay. You can breathe, you can relax for a minute. There's still more work to do. But at least this is not any sort of immediate sort of danger, okay? You're still not great. This is just like baseline okay. All right. The 10 of Swords in the position of the environment. It's difficult to know who to really trust in your life. And I kind of feel like you're a very trusting person, but at the same time, I feel like you kind of don't trust anybody. It's like you're very hard to read. You'd be a very good poker player because I feel like you don't trust anybody, but no one would really know. Because you still say, you know, if they ask you to do something, yeah, I'll do it. And if somebody you do trust were to ask you to do something, yeah, I'll do it. There's no sort of nuance. There's no way for other people to know what side of that fence they land on, you know. So I feel like with the 10 of Swords, there really is a need for you to cut ties with people in your life that are kind of only in it for themselves, you know? Like they're only in your life for themselves to get what they can extract from you. Bleed you dry, really. I mean, this card, there's no meat on the bones here. It's just bones. It's just it's sucking everything they can from you. Okay, leeches, really. Psychic vampires. So part of this bird's eye view with the Queen of Swords here is you assessing that. Not everybody is like that, but there are a couple people out there like that in your life. And part of this new plan, part of this 6 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and part of this, the time that you're spending on this life raft or in this bed, resting, relaxing, needs to be an assessment of these people so that you come back strong, you come back refreshed, recharged, and ready to kick some butt. Okay? The 10 of Cups at the end here, I feel this is the position of the difficulty and the obstacle and stuff. I think part of your obstacle is that you take on a lot of the emotional burden of other people. We see it with the vital energy, right? When the sort of maybe the work stuff, the physical activities and the responsibilities with the 10 of Wands. But what does that do on the emotional level? You know, emotional vampires in a way, right? That you sort of have taken on other people's emotional burdens too. That you're kind of responsible for the way everybody else feels, with really very little concern about how you yourself are feeling. And that's got to stop, okay? So the 10 of Cups as this obstacle is you realizing that you can't take on everything physically, vitally, in terms of the responsibility, nor can you take on everything, take on responsibility for everyone's emotions. Okay. This is also a card that the difficulty is sort of you kind of claiming everything for yourself. It's you kind of, your ability to go from a 4 of Cups to a 10 of Cups. It's kind of like, it's like for some reason you feel guilty indulging in more than just a baseline survival. I just need a little glass of water just to stay alive, rather than I'm gonna drink a whole bunch of iced tea or some sparkling water. We got some San Pellegrino or something. It's just kind of like very austere, very meager. Where this card is saying, no, take the rewards. Harvest the fruit of all your labor and you enjoy it. You eat all the fruit. You don't always have to serve everybody else first, and then you take the scraps that are left over. No, you're going to just take this whole basket of apples with you, or whatever it is. But I feel like that's not how you roll, really. That you kind of just take a small portion, but this card is saying, look, you kind of deserve more than that. And there's sort of this idea of fairness or equality or whatever you want to call it. You do 99% of the work. Well, shouldn't you get 99% of the rewards? I don't know. Maybe we'll see that with the mystery card. That'll maybe be the adjustment card, right? The final energy here is that Sun card. And that Sun card is you basking in the glory of your success. I feel like this is really you earning the rewards. This is you claiming the rewards. This is you being recognized. This is you being in that fortune and glory. You worked so hard. This is the big break. This is now, it's all paying off. All this hard work, now you're just kind of free. You've achieved this level of success that goes beyond the 9s and the 10s. We got a lot of 10s and a lot of 9s and 10s here. Very extreme energy. And this, I think, is you breaking free of all of that. Not in the sense of quitting and moving on, but of conquering it. Yeah, whatever you're working on in your life right now, all your hard work is going to pay off. This is a lot of success. This is also health as well as wealth. Okay? And you deserve all of that. I want to also do an empowerment oracle card here. The tool of habit. I will use the tool of habit to build my life, not tear it apart like hot metal. New beliefs and habits begin as malleable as liquid, but set as hard as iron. The tool of habit. The tool of routine. The tool of having a plan that makes sense and implementing it. Letting this become the habit. Right now, I think this is the habit. All the extremes, all the 9s and 10s are the habit. You have a habit of taking on everything yourself. Maybe we need a new habit. We need the habit of, however we want to describe this, the habit of perhaps balance, perhaps fairness, perhaps having some boundaries, knowing limits, setting up limits for other people, I think is very important, especially when we talk about a 4. The 4s are usually about boundaries and limits and sort of structure and stability. I don't know if you have so adamantly established your boundaries with these people in your life, whether they're family, friends, coworkers, whatever. Once you do, you'll see some rebellion. Okay? Once you start turning off the tap of your energy a little bit, once you start saying, no, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm busy, then you're going to see a little bit of like a stink face, You're going to catch some bad looks from people when you start doing that. And that's okay. That's all right. You've got to be ready for that. Okay? And I think those are the people that kind of help you decide which ones are the vampires, the ones that don't want you to have any boundaries. They don't want you to say no to them, Let's look at the mystery card, shall we? Maybe this will be the card of the balance, the Libra energy. But maybe not. Maybe it'll be another 6. Maybe we've got harmony of the plan, and we'll have harmony of the work, harmony of the feelings, the relationships, the cooperation. Maybe we'll see a 6 of Pentacles, a 6 of Cups. That this can be a team effort. Right? It does not have to be you against everybody else, or you doing everything and other people doing, I don't know, what are they doing, I want to see a 6 of something. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we've got. It's a 4. Another 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups in the Rider-Waite-Smith, this is somebody refusing the offering. Refusing to take more than their absolute bare minimum that they need, right? You got 3 cups in front of you. No, I don't need a 4th. No, thank you. No, but that's putting you a little bit less than what you need, So there's that kind of stubbornness in you. The stubbornness that, I don't know, makes you feel like you're kind of taking more than you're supposed to. I don't know what that is. Maybe it has to do with kind of the other people and those stink faces, those dirty looks that you might get from people. If you were to take more, then you usually just kind of take one little thimble full of water, right? Well, that day you walk in and you get a big mug full of water, a big tumbler kind of insulated thing full of water, people are going to say, wow, Scorpio they just took the whole water cooler, because people are used to you doing things that certain way. That when you start doing something a little bit better for yourself, people are going to notice that. Let them look. Let them talk, I think this is the card that says you deserve it, and you need to take it, you need to accept it, you need to be this shining star in your life, and take what's owed to you. Take what you've earned. You don't have to give it to everybody else. We're going to do an extended reading, too, if you want to stick around. There is a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for you, Scorpio, are every Wednesday and every Saturday. So be sure to watch both readings, okay? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. It's free. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.